what kind of thing you like in France you don't have in America?
The food. That's number one.
Sound like we got the Bee Gees up here on it.
Soul music or funk music, and what is the difference between the two styles?
Yeah, we're doing both of them really, soul and funk, and there's a sort of a difference, but I don't know what it is.
I think we do funky soul. So it's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a marriage of the two. But yeah, our first couple of records were definitely way more in the funk vein of things, which, you know, had very specific arrangements and instrumentation, call and response, spatial issues and everything. And though as we progressed, we've really gotten gone a lot more into the soul direction. That's Charles's roots, and where he shines so bright. So we really are focusing more on songwriting and melodies and structure. So many people describe funk in different ways. I mean, my funk world centers around James Brown. Some other people's funk world centers around Parliament, and they're very different animals. Charles's funk world might center around something completely different.
Yeah, no, I think mine centers around James Brown too, but I like to add the soul to the funk, you know. And I mean, I like funk music, but I am really truly a soul artist, you know. So with the funk added to the beats, and you add soul on top of that, it's a good combination. Can't get around it, you know.
Is James Bond was a teacher for you, or a king of the music, or what is the representation you have to?
I think he was a teacher to a lot of us guys coming up in that era, but James just did something that most of us guys was maybe thinking about doing, didn't do it until he started doing it, and really adding the arrangements to good funk, not just straight funk, but arranged funk. And then, of course, he had soul too. But, yeah, I think he's a teacher for all of us guys. I mean, whether you like James Brown or not, you gotta listen to the music, and the music speaks for itself. You know?
You playing with him in the past?
Yeah, I played with him.
How was it?
It was good. I mean, it was a good learning experience. I was a very young guy. When I started with James, I was very young, and I was out there to learn, and I did.
This is recorded with the Dynamites. Yours truly, Charles Parker and Miss Betty Levette. So, we hope you enjoy. They said we had it all. They said we could never fall. Our paradise was small, but it was yours and mine. They said we were made of steel. Our paradise was real. A picture so ideal, but it was yours and mine. Yours and mine. Yes, it was. The sun will shine. Yes, it will.
Of course, France is different than America, but in a way, in a lot of ways, they're the same. I mean, when you go to certain parts of America, New York, for instance, you can walk down Paris Street and think you're in New York.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've done it several times. I've been coming over to France for a long time, and I always get that same kind of vibe when I'm walking around down on the Champs-Élysées, just the main streets, or into the back streets, you know.
And I would say, as far as playing in either place, you know, first the food. I know that's not playing. First the food, second the wine, and but just the audiences. There's such listening audiences. We tell people about it all the time in the States, that we can come into a full room here in France, and you can hear a pin drop, which, you know, the first time you play in France, I remember like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a long night. They don't really want us to be here, but then I realized it was just because everyone is listening very intently, and the pride in music, and the pride in the, you know, going out to see music and taking it as seriously. I just have not seen an audience do that as much as they do in France, and it's something that I very, very much appreciate and look forward to. And also the technicians is another big difference. The sound technicians are scientists here.
And on top of it, they really want you to sound good.
They take an immense pride in their work, and consider themselves a part of the art that's happening on stage. I guess it all just kind of comes down to, there seems to be more of a embracing of the arts in France than there is in America, I think. In America, it's really mostly about commercial. You know, it's about.
There's so much in America that, you know, it's a million groups, and so you really have to be on top, really doing well in America for anybody to take notice of what you're doing, you know.
And it's harder to find your listening audiences in America, you know, because everyone's been brought up on television.
No, I don't know about all that, but.
And that was always another dance, always another chance. I remember back a few years ago, when I was out there traveling with Mr. James Brown. I was traveling with James, and I can remember him just like today. He said, what did he say? Oh, he said, a change is gonna come. He said, I was born by the river in a little old town. I know, a change is gonna come. Yeah, Benny King said, he said, I who have nothing, he said, I who have nothing, he said, stand by me. If you just stand by me, and there's a